Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. It's Wednesday, which means new comics are hitting the shelves all across the world. Physically, digitally, it's New Comic Book Day. It's like the best day of the week. And we've got 2 new releases from DC Comics in trade formats. Doesn't mean this is all that's coming out, but this is what they sent for us to review and check out. And, we're giving our opinions to you. Now, these are 2 very different releases of very different styles and, kind of interconnected in a weird way. Now, as I said, DC Comics sent this to us, which means we got it for free, which means, you should go and weigh that in as to how much crap I am full of when it comes to the actual review. So, we've got the first volume of Trinity and the first volume of Mother Panic. Both really, really interesting in their own kind of respective way. So, we'll go with Trinity. This is the latest release for DC's Rebirth. Better Together is a hardback cover of the graphic or the trade paperbacks. $24.99 retail. Collects issues 1 through 6, and it's all Francis Manapul is handling the art, the writing. Pretty much it's his show. And yeah, so that pretty much puts everything on his shoulders. He's also got some help with Emanuela Lupacchino, Ray McCarthy, Matt Santorelli, Clayman, Seth Mann, and then colors is also Francis Manapul, but Brad Anderson, High Five, with letterer Steve Wands. Now, Trinity brings together Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, DC's Trinity, to go and have their little adventures together. It brings together like the 3 pinnacles of the DC universe, and the story's okay. Basically, they get together at Superman's farm. All kinds of weirdness ensues. It has to do with a thing known as the White Mercy that spun out of Black Mercy and Mongol, and there's this weird dream universe, and Poison Ivy's involved in it. The story is, it's interesting. Like, I'm not quite blown away by it. I think the later issues after this volume are much, much better. But as far as an intro, it was rather middling. We'll go with that. It's not bad. It's not great. It just kind of is. So story, eh. But the art is actually pretty solid. I mean, if you are a fan of Francis Manapul's art, it's kind of hard not to enjoy this. You can see here is just awesome art. Like, it's top-notch stuff, really cool. I think the layouts are really impressive. Right there we got a cool splash page playing off of Superman's logo. Some really cool art with, Batman here. It's just, the art stands out. It's what it is. Like, this is one to really enjoy the art, soak it in. The writing is kind of what it is. As far as extras, there's not a ton. We get the covers of the issues, which are fine. And there's these black and white cover versions of the covers, which I actually kind of dig. And then in the back, we've got some variants. Don't want to show that off because that's going to spoil things. Some variants out there, and then a little bit of character design. There's not actually a whole lot else in this. So this one, it really comes down to if you are a fan of Francis Manapul, get it. If you're really a hardcore fan of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, get it. But other than that, like, for new readers, I don't think there's tons of there to like really suck you in and be really, really interesting. I do want to take off the slipcase cover because the hardback cover is pretty damn sweet, if you ask me. I really like that art. So basically, like, it's Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman fighting Mongol in this weird dreamscape world, and yeah, it's something. All right, this is the much better buy. So it's $16.99, so way cheaper. It collects issues 1 through 6 of the first volume of Mother Panic, work in progress. Written by Jody Houser, art by Tommy Lee Edwards, Shawn Crystal, and Gerard Way is involved as well. This is part of DC's Young Animal line, which is kind of curated by Gerard Way. It's somewhere in between Vertigo and the DC Comics universe, and that it actually ties into the DC universe, but it isn't necessarily it quite like jives with it. There are things that are just a little bit different about it, a bit more experimental. So basically take like mainstream superhero comics and mix them with Vertigo. I think that kind of describes DC's young animal. So this series is about Mother Panic, a brand new character, Violet Page, who is a rich kid that winds up becoming a superhero, if you want to call her a superhero. Vigilante is probably way better term. Mixed in Batman with a little Black Widow, Red Room, and you've got Mother Panic. It takes place in Gotham, in the Batman world. Batwoman's involved, Batman's involved. There are so many characters that are familiar that you see, settings that are familiar that you see. This is the Batman series that like no one is talking about. The main Batman series, awesome. All-Star Batman, awesome. Detective Comics, awesome. Nightwing, fantastic. Batwoman, fantastic. Batgirl, fantastic. All of them really top-notch. Mother Panic, up there with it. Absolutely fantastic. I think the Bat universe, with juggling so many comics, is consistently pretty impressive that that they're able to do so much and keep it so good with so much coming out. This is a series for more for folks who kind of want a more mature Batman world. I mean, she is violent. It has to deal with kitty porn and molestation and like really messed up villains and stuff that they're doing. The first volume I really enjoy. I think it's a little bit haphazard at times and kind of jumps around a little bit, but setting up what's to come is it does a fantastic job. So some villains feel like they drop off a little bit too quick. Plot lines obviously aren't completed, but this is just 6 issues of the big story, so you got to keep that in mind when really thinking about it. So that's kind of my one knock on it, is it does feel like it's a little bit like ADD at times, and it'll take one plot for like 2 or 3 issues and then drop that and go to another plot for 2 or 3 issues and not really complete the first one. But the overall stuff that's going on is freaking awesome. Like, this is basically the mature, messed up Batman, and I'm digging it. And Mother Panic, I think, is one of the coolest new characters that have come around in quite some time. As far as the art, Tommy Lee Edwards is pretty solid when it comes to the art. You can check that out. That's awesome. It's really cool. It's really great. And one of the things that I actually like about it, this is actually a perfect example to show off. So something that I really like about this series is that there's these boxes like here. You can see this with the rabbit and the skull and the weird rose. It's thrown in there. That's kind of like these flashes of violence of the programming Violet Page went through and the training that she's gone through. So it's a little bit different. It's kind of cool, and it just adds to the overall like messed up training, psychologically scarred world that's being like created here. And yeah, I think it's neat. It's really neat. Basically, I sat down, read it all through in one sitting because I was just that engrossed by it, and can't wait to read more of the series, which, I'm going to go and grab whatever single issues I've got left and go finish it off just so I can find out. So basically, this is a great, fantastic new addition to the world of Batman. Awesome character. I'm hoping she doesn't get sanitized and brought over into the main DC universe, because there's like messed up edge, I think, is part of what is the enjoyment here, and that she is going to an extreme that you don't normally see in Batman comics, but we probably should be seeing in Batman comics. So the shackles have kind of been lifted, and yeah. Best way of putting it, best way of describing it all. So Mother Panic, I think, is an absolute buy. I love it. If you're a Batman fan, if you've been enjoying what DC Comics has been doing with Batman, this is a must get. As far as extras, we've got art, awesome art. As far as the covers, what's interesting is in the back, kind of in between, they do the variants for the issues, and there is kind of a... okay, so we got other variants, special issues. There are kind of character bios, which I think is really neat. They also have that in Doom Patrol. Some character designs, which I think are really cool. I always love the character designs to see various versions. And then there's a backup story I did want to bring up. Written by Jim Kruger, with pencils by Phil Hester, inks by Andy Parks, colors by Trish Mulville, letters by Darren Bennett. And I should also note that the comics credits, as far as writing, also includes Tommy Lee Edwards, I believe, under the writing credits. No. No, he's just artist. Sorry, I misread it. Yeah, as far as art, there is the credits is Tommy Lee Edwards and Sean Crystal. Tommy Lee Edwards, Jean-Francois Ballou is colorist. John Workman, Sean Crystal on letters. Sean Crystal artist as well as letters, and then Tommy Lee Edwards doing cover. But yeah, curated by Gerard Way. So lots of extra there. I really feel like you get tons as far as bang for your buck. This is a trade it's great. Suggested for mature readers. So, you know, obviously with the violence and all that, it's not too shocking. Absolutely get. This one is really if you're a die-hard Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, or love Francis Manapul. That's pretty much it. Thank you, DC Comics, for hooking us up with these two. You know, obviously, since they hooked us up with it, it's free. Make your decision from that. But, you know, clearly gushed over one, not so much on the other. Can't say that I'm like just giving good reviews for the hell of it because we're getting free stuff because I didn't grab the best review for that. If you're into DC Comics, comic books, DC Young Animal, Mother Panic, Trinity, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, all that stuff, comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. Of course, we're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. If you're interested in these, there are links beneath this video. There are links to find a comic book shop. You can put it in your zip code and find a comic book shop near you. That should be your first foremost thing. Go support your local comic book shop. And if you don't have a local comic shop near you, there are links beneath this video. They're going to be all affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage of that. But by purchasing through that, you help support our site. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So as always, thanks for watching. Keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.